breaking of the monsoons on the Kerala coast. Why? Because he knows that within the next days it will reach my part of the country. That gives us that sense of continuity. Apart from our geography, it is also our history. Please appreciate, friends, despite India is not only a very old civilization, very importantly, it has an unbroken civilizational past. Meaning, numerous people, including conquerors, invaders, plunderers, or for whatever intent and purposes, different peoples have come to India. But rather than ending the previous civilizational template and starting anew, or imposing a completely foreign one on the native peoples, different peoples who have come to our land, they have made it their own. So it is like through accretion. Different peoples have added their cultural elements to the existing template. So clearly, for example, there have been Muslim invaders, religious zealots, rulers who captured state power for very long periods. But does that mean the native religions like Hinduism and Buddhism were wiped out? Clearly no. And to this day, we remain a Hindu majority despite very long periods of Muslim rule or British rule who were primarily Christians. So clearly, Islam has added to the cultural mosaic that is India, rather than being imposed upon the religions of the natives. So the religion is just one example. Same holds for language or racial diversity or eating habits or whatever. How old is Hinduism, friends? Which is the religion of the majority of the populace? How old is this religion? As a devout Hindu would tell you, it is Sanatan. It is since forever and never ending. More historically speaking, you can find the beliefs or practices similar to contemporary Hinduism way back during the Harappan period. Not just the Vedic period, but the Harappan civilizational period. You have the Proto-Shiva, you have the this bull seals, all of which somewhat indicate beliefs or rituals or practices similar to contemporary Hinduism. There's the Pashupati Shiva seal. So of course, Turks and Mongols and sometimes Buddhist rulers or this or that, they have visited, ruled, etc. over India. Yet there is this great civilizational continuity. Apart from this, friends, there is an element of political unity. Since when have we been politically one? With a centralized state or, kind of what we today call India, almost a pan-India kind of a sovereignty. If the British are to be believed, it is the British who are to be credited with unifying India under a single political sovereign, namely the British Crown. Would you agree with this British assessment? That we were, numerous warring regional chieftains who were, and political unification of the country was ensured by the colonial rule. Please appreciate, friends, the idea of pan-India overlordship or sovereignty is an ancient one. It is not an invention or a gift of the British to the Indian people. Even in the ancient scriptures and texts, there are several concepts which indicate the notion of a pan-India sovereignty. Titles like Chakravarti, Ajadhiraj, Ekaraja, Adhiraj, Virat indicate this notion of all India sovereignty. Since the ancient times. Since ancient times, poets, philosophers, statesmen and lawgivers, rulers, administrators have conceptualized what we today call India as a single unified political entity or a single state. There were several rituals that indicate this notion of pan-India sovereignty. Rituals like the Ashwamedha Yagya, Vajpayee Yagya, Rajasuya Yagya, Mahabhishek. All of these show that the idea of universal conquest and all a pan-India overlordship, these were very well known to the ancient Indians. I'll take a half-minute kind of a break in the sense I'm right here, but just so that you can wrap up whatever has been discussed. Various yagya like Vajpayee Yagya or Rajasuya Yagya or the Ashwamedha Yagya, they suggest the notion of a universal overlordship or pan-India conquest. Several rulers in India's past have been known to exercise this pan-India overlordship, whether it is legendary kings like Dilip, Sagar, Yudhishthir, or historical figures like Chandragupta Maurya, Ashok, Samudragupta. The same kind of political vision was expressed during the political rule of Alauddin Khalji during the medieval period, or Aurangzeb, Akbar, who sought to establish their political supremacy in the whole of the country. Of course, the British also played their part in the political unification of the country and did the project of India's political unification culminate with the British or end with the British? Please note, very importantly, when the British left, India was, or what was British India, comprised of several local rulers with their own fiefdoms who were officially given the option of joining either the Indian Union or Pakistan Union or declaring themselves independent, who merged these numerous princely states, hundreds of them, into what we today call India. The credit goes to the leadership at the time of independence, most notably Sardar Patel. No wonder his statue is termed as the Statue of Unity. Right? So Patel literally symbolizes, because of his seminal contribution to India's unity, he literally symbolizes the spirit of unity in India. Also appreciate, friends, what other things unite us? Religion. Can that be regarded as a source of unity? Isn't it clearly a divisive force? Please appreciate, friends, there is a fundamental unity behind the seeming diversity of religious experience in India. Clearly, there is an underlying unity. Why or how religion contributes to that sense of unity, please appreciate. For one, about 80% of the population are the followers of Hinduism. Despite diversity within, there are some common elements which bind all Hindus. What is common to the Hindus across, we have these 33 crore Devi Devtas, right? 33 crore allegedly deities. Yet there is something which is common to, which unites all Hindus. So many things. For instance, the basic concepts unite not only the Hindus but people belonging to the other Indic faiths as well, like Buddhists and Jains. They're not very different from Hinduism as far as some concepts, notions like dharma, notions like karma, like moksha, like a belief in the rebirth of the soul. These are shared by all Hindus and also Buddhists, Jains and Sikhs. There are large number of popular deities which are very common across sectional divides within Hinduism. So you go to the house of the typical Hindu, namely you, assuming you are a Hindu, since most students would be, given the demographic composition of our population. Which goddess or gods do you worship? Can you name some? In your homes, in your home temples, which deities do you worship? So do you have a single deity that you worship? So you would have the photographs, images or sculptures of Lord Shiva and Ganesh ji, Parvati ji, Lakshmi ji, Vishnu ji, Hanuman ji, Ram ji. There are numerous forms which, or avatars of Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu is worshipped in his numerous forms throughout the length and breadth of the country. So Shivji's son Kartikeya may have greater kind of popularity in some of the southern parts of the country. The mother goddess in her various avatars, as Mata Rani or Shakti or Durga. So can we say that Ganesh ji is of consequence only to Maharashtrians? Ganpati festival. Will you be alright if I say that? All the non-Maharashtrian people? Or will the non-Bengalis be alright if we consider Durga Puja a Bengali affair? Clearly not. So many Hindu deities enjoy a pan-India appeal. What about, then you have the Char Dhams, the 4 main pilgrimage sites amongst the Hindus. They also kind of unify us as a people. What are these 4 main Hindu pilgrimage sites? In the north you have Badrinath. In the south you have Rameshwaram. In the east you have, or in the west you have Dwarkadhish. And in the east you have Puri. So these kind of, are emblematic of the politico-religious unification of the country. And then you have this very vast network of religious or religiously important sites, rivers, mountains throughout the length and breadth of the country. Are the river waters, are the waters of the holy Ganga sacred only for the people who reside along its coast, or the banks of Ganga? Or that of the Kaveri river, only sacred for those whose plains it fertilizes? These are sacred for all Hindus, irrespective of our region, our caste, our linguistic differences. Yes or no? Epics like the Ramayana and the Mahabharata have very wide appeal across regions, across classes, across castes. Will it be alright if I say that Ramayana is only of concern to the people of UP, or the people of Ayodhya? Even as a mythological tale, right, beginning from the northern town of Ayodhya, traversing throughout the length of the country literally, reaching the southernmost part. So you have various pilgrimage sites associated with the epic through several parts of the country. So for our devout Hindu friends, we transcend barriers of caste, language, region, sect. and are unified through the institution of pilgrimage, our common veneration for the great Hindu epics, worship of the same deities and their numerous avatars. Likewise, friends, there are 12 Jyotirlings spread across the country. 12 prominent Shiva temples or Jyotirlings. And you have how many? I think 108 Shakti Peeps. Correct me if I'm wrong. 108 Shakti Peeps. Literally scattered throughout the country. This common religious experience, this sense of veneration for the land, is another important source of a sense of oneness amongst the people. But that, friends, frankly, is about Hindus or the Indic faiths. But what about the non-Hindus? Are we really different or clearly separated, or is religion necessarily a source of division, animosity and conflict between the Hindus or the Indic faith followers and the non-Indics? Or can our religious experience bind us across the religious divide of Hindu and Muslim, most importantly? Please appreciate, friends, many religious festivals and celebrations, they have since ages, they have been celebrated in common by members of different religious communities. For example, the festival of Rakhi, Diwali, Holi, they have been celebrated, they have been known to be celebrated in the courts of many Mughal rulers who were devout Muslims, practicing Muslims. Some of the students are suggesting there are 51 or 52 Shakti Peeps. I'm not too sure on that front, so we will need to kind of clarify that. I recollect there were 108 Shakti Peeps. And forget the Mughal times, you talk about contemporary India. How many of you have friends from across the religious divide? Say you are Hindu, have you celebrated Holi with Muslim friends, Sikh friends? And if you are a Muslim, have you participated in Hindu festivals? Do we wish each other on Eid, on Diwali, on Holi as commoners, not just royalty? So enthusiastically, common people since ages have been wishing each other, participating in each other's festivities. One student is commenting that they wait for Sevaiya every year. So there is that, kind of cliched or stereotyped Muslim that we will have Sevaiya or Eid at your place. We tell our Muslim friends. Do we, majority Hindus, not also enthusiastically celebrate Christmas? Right? You have many advertisements in popular television celebrating that sense of unity or oneness. Right? There's the Surf Excel ad where this young Muslim boy being protected on Holi by this Hindu friend. People's experience in the army, they've shared how they have celebrated together various festivals. There's this very popular ad by that Virat Kohli app, right, for Manyavar kurtis or whatever. Likewise, scores of Hindus, not just Muslims, scores of Hindus throng dargahs of popular Sufi saints, like the dargah at Ajmer Sharif. How many of us have visited Ajmer Sharif? There would be very few amongst us who would not have partaken food at a langar in Gurudwara. Yes or no? Irrespective of our religious identity. So whether it is paying obeisance to Nizamuddin Auliya and the Nizamuddin Dargah, or to Khwaja Chishti, different communities. There was this celebration of what was called a Phool Walon Ki Sair in Mehrauli in Delhi since olden times, Mughal times, and it was started during Nehru's times. So in this thing, Phool Walon Ki Sair, there's a flower market in Mehrauli area of Delhi, South Delhi, where they would start, the flower makers, the flower sellers, they would make a pankha, a huge fan of flowers, take it to a Muslim place of worship. From there it will go to the temple of a Hindu goddess, in which members of both communities would participate. Likewise, various, tell me friends, Sai Baba, which community does he belong to? Who visits Shirdi? Is it a Hindu pilgrimage site or that of Muslims? So both communities claim him as their own and not exclusively. So Hindus have no problem when Muslims consider Sai Baba as a Muslim peer. And Muslims equally, they take pride that Sai Baba Murti is worshipped next to the goddess, next to that of a Hindu goddess in Hindu temples. So there are any areas of commonality. How religion is a source of unity, common celebration, and that it emanates from that Vedic philosophy that Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vedanti. Arthat, the truth is one. But the wise call it or seek it by different names. So that is the underlying approach to religion. We may differ in terms of our rituals, our even deities or whatnot. Yet there is that common acceptance of the unity of truth. Likewise, friends, there are examples throughout the length and breadth of the country where people from different religious persuasions, they celebrate or worship in common. It could be Bhakti era saints like Kabir, who rejected the orthodoxy of both Hinduism and Islam. How about language, friends? Tell me, all those who oppose the imposition of Hindi, that is a very strong, hasn't language been a very divisive force? Or can this very emotive issue of language or linguistic identity, does it also serve to unite us? How it unites us is to appreciate. There are 4 broad language families to which all the Indian languages belong. One, you have the Indo-Aryan languages, then you have the Dravidian languages, you have the Sino-Tibetan languages, and Austric family of languages. I repeat, 4 language families to which all the Indian languages belong, namely Indo-Aryan, Dravidian, Sino-Tibetan, and Austric languages. Around 76% of India's total population are speakers of the Indo-Aryan family of languages. Another 20% of the population are speakers of the Dravidian languages. See, Indo-Aryan languages are those in the North Indian plains like Hindi and Punjabi and all those. Then you have Dravidian languages spoken in the southern states, Malayali, Tamil, etc. Then you have the Sino-Tibetan family of languages spoken in the northeastern states. And then you have the Austric languages spoken by the tribal groups. 76% population are speakers of the Indo-Aryan languages and 20% speak the Dravidian languages. Forget all others. Between them, the 22 scheduled languages mentioned in the constitution, they are the native language of about more than 90-95% of the total population. Then, of course, that important role played by the English language as a language to facilitate communication across the diversity of native languages. You say we are a very different people. Various elements of culture, friends. Why only language and religion? You will see how we are one in many ways. For example, irrespective of which part of the country you are from, irrespective of your religion, your language, your race, irrespective of whether you are rich or poor, you tell me, and I am quite sure that you will almost reply in unison. Okay, you will all reply together. Similar answers to these questions that I ask. Is the family important to you? So, this very salient importance that we attach to the family. You may be Hindu, Muslim, Christian or Sikh, rich or poor, low caste, upper caste, Haryanvi or Tamil, but this is what is common to Indians across these divides. The caste system, is it a source of division or oneness? Of course, there are thousands of castes, but fundamentally there is some unity or something in common in the caste system in a village in Haryana and in the Malayali countryside. So that notion of caste with its framework of interdependence, high and low castes, that is pan-India. So all parts of the country, all people in the country have something, they have this very important social identity called caste. Do Muslims have caste? Yes, Indian Muslims also have caste. Do Christians have caste? Christians in India also have caste. Do Sikhs have caste? Sikhism arose in part protesting against caste inequality. Yes, even Sikhism has caste. So caste is a pan-India frame. The importance we attach to family is pan-India. What is more important in India? Is it community or the individual? The bigger, the wider social group or individualism? So we have collective orientation or individual orientation. That sense of community or collectivity being given greater importance than the individual. Again, across our differences. It could be something like, what is the position of women in your society? I don't care which part of the country are you from, what language you speak or what religion you belong to. Are women equal to men, superior to men or subordinated to men? They are subordinated to men. So patriarchy or male dominance. So you may wear, if you're Muslim, you may have practices like a triple talaq or a nikah halala, etc. I'm a Hindu. I would have my own ghungat and my own sati pratha or this or that. So the way we oppress women may be different, but we all oppress women. There is an emphasis on the cleanliness of the kitchen throughout the length and breadth of the country. We cook different foods, no doubt. We add different masalas. But these are elements of unity or things that bind us. Social institutions like caste, joint family, these are also found throughout the country. Also, friends, our unity, expressed in these myriad ways, is reinforced, strengthened through migration. So, over the past several millennia, centuries, and decades of living together, particularly in modern times with modern means of communication and transportation, people from one part of the country have migrated to another. Because of which, what has happened? The cultural practices, food habits, dressing patterns, thinking patterns found in one part of the country would find presence also in different other parts. Many students, had it not been the pandemic, many of you would have shifted to Delhi for your civil services preparation. So if you are a Tamil, would you have got Tamil food in Delhi? Or in Rajendra Nagar, Karol Bagh area? You would have got lip-smacking, almost home-type Tamil food in Karol Bagh. Or Bengali food or Gujarati food. So Karol Bagh, thanks to migration of students from different parts of the country for educational purposes, has become a microcosm of Indian society. You have restaurants doing multi-crore business in Delhi, North India, selling South Indian food. So you have a Sagar Ratna chain in Delhi, and you will find a Haldiram selling North Indian delicacies in Chennai or Hyderabad. You have Chhat festival. Chhat Puja, a festival of the Bihari people celebrated on a very large scale in Delhi. Right? So people from different parts of the country, they are moving up and about to different other parts, carrying with them their cultural elements. Of course, friends, a further important addition to our sense of unity has been contributed by the modern period, including British rule. British rule contributed to that sense of oneness by the politico-administrative unification of the country, establishing rule of law, all India services like the IAS, very importantly by introducing railways, facilitating movement across the length and breadth of the country. Also modern education. So that modern sense of unity was contributed to by a spirit of rationalism, scientific temperament, which was thought to be inculcated by the modern education system. So I may be Hindu, but I'm not studying Hindu religious texts. I'm studying exactly what my Muslim friend is studying, which is what? Scientific subjects like sociology or physics or chemistry. After independence, friends, how was this project of unification taken forward? One was, of course, the political unification brought about by Patel's leadership. Various other aspects of our socio-political life, such as the adoption of a single constitution. Unlike a classic federal polity like the US, where the states have their separate constitutions and separate citizenships, in India we adopted a single constitution, a single citizenship. So I do not have any separate identity as a Haryanavi in terms of my citizenship, or a Tamil. Okay, you and I, we are bound together by our common allegiance to the country as a whole. The same set of laws for all communities, regions, castes. The adoption of a single currency. The same sets of rights and duties. Equal right to vote or participate in governance to all Indians. It could be national symbols like the national flag or the national anthem. It could be glorification of national heroes and icons and leaders. Was Nehru a leader of Kashmiris? Or Gandhi that of Gujaratis? They were national leaders. Gandhi is father of the nation. Whether it is pan-India political parties, like earlier the Congress and now the BJP. National icons, whether in the field of sports, a Dhyan Chand or a Tendulkar or a Mary Kom, are these symbols of regional pride or national pride? So clearly, when we celebrate a Tendulkar or a Kom or a Maleshwari or whoever across our regional, caste, ethnic identities, we are celebrating this idea of an India which is of all of us as one cohesive unit. It could be the celebration of national festivals like Independence Day or Republic Day. You know, there is this notion of unity, national unity, represented in the, what do you call, in the American model, which is called a melting pot approach. In US, another culturally diverse country, again a land of immigrants, they have what is termed as a melting pot culture, meaning people from different races, communities, etc. They have made America their home. When they go to America, like a melting pot. Imagine a pot with fire underneath it. There's a pot full of water in which different elements are added. What happens in a melting pot? The different elements, they lose their distinctive identity and they take on the identity of the melting pot. So you may go to America from Europe, from Latin America, from Africa, from India, from Southeast Asia. When you go there and imbibe the American culture, you become American or Americanist. You lose your distinctive cultural identity and you take on the worldview, the identity, the outlook of Americans. So you profess by the American dream of materialism, individualism, achievement, equality, freedom. Those American values you start espousing. You literally put on an American accent. Many people Americanize even their names. So many Indian people, when they go there with their Indic names which are difficult to pronounce, they would, somehow Americanize it. I had a friend's brother, his name was Raghav. When he shifted to America, he changed his name to Rock because Raghav was very difficult for the Americans to pronounce. This is the melting pot approach to managing diversity in America. Is ours this approach? Do different cultures, different peoples lose their distinctive identity? Clearly not. In India, we instead have a salad bowl approach. So it's like a bowl of salad, where you have radish also, you have cucumber also, you have peas also, you have different vegetables. In a bowl of salad, does each element lose its distinctive identity or retain its distinctive taste and flavor? Does it lose its distinctive identity and flavor or retain it? If you pick up a radish in a bowl of salad, from a bowl of salad, will you taste radish or not? It clearly retains. Likewise, in the Indian social fabric, each community, each subculture retains its distinctiveness. Now, when these different elements, they come together, does it taste inappropriate? Does it taste bad? Or does it add, do they all add to each other's the beauty and the health? Or do they take away different elements in a salad? So each with its own distinctive taste, they together taste good. That is the fun of it, that you are having a radish once, then you are having a carrot. Likewise, in the Indian socio-cultural fabric, each community, each social group retains its distinctive cultural identity, rather than losing it like in the American context. And together, they are a palatable whole. Can we say there is nothing common to... India, we don't say it is... Sometimes people use words like tolerance. Please appreciate it's not just about tolerance. Tolerance literally in Hindi would translate as bardasht. That, we are literally tolerating each other. We are trying to kind of bear with each other. We are not trying to bear with each other, we love each other. Or we have, despite distinctiveness, there is some underlying element of unity, and there is what we call a composite culture, of which we all are a part. And this composite culture is comprised of elements or contributions of different religions, different regions, different castes, communities, ethnicities, and so on and so forth. So unity in India is not artificial, is not merely a British invention or gift to the Indian people. It has historical, cultural roots. Rather than being only modern and political administrative, unity in India is historical and also cultural, also emotional. Jim Corbett once commented that a person in India can verily travel from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, either in an orange robe or wearing a cross over his chest. And he will not be stopped, or his intentions will not be suspected. People will not ask him why you are here or what you are doing. He can go about his business as usual. So we have that spirit of acceptance of diversity. We have that cosmopolitan outlook. We have that comfort with differences. What this means is, friends, that in the Indian social and cultural context, unity does not necessarily is not premised upon uniformity. And diversity does not necessarily imply differences or divisions. What do we have? We have unity in diversity. We are different, yet we are one. We are all not the same. Clearly we are all not the same, but we are not a divided lot. Our unity is contributed to by our geographical sense of oneness, our shared sense of history, an emotional connect, political unification, administrative and constitutional provisions, as well as various elements of our shared cultural experience, or what we term as a composite culture. So that is the nature of Indian society, friends. For this to understand this kind of a complex society, the Western templates, theories, models, tools seemed grossly inadequate. That is why, to study Indian society, we have what we term as Indian sociology. That is why, from a UPSC perspective, we have a distinctive paper too. So with that, we are done for the day with this very brief introduction to Indian society. Please appreciate, whatever has been discussed in this lecture may not be available in Sangwan or standard sources. So for this, we can broadly refer to the lecture notes. Okay, when you are expected to refer to Sangwan, I will share in the lecture itself. Okay, so that is a very brief overview of the nature of Indian society, and of course we'll be discussing these various dimensions, whether it is family, caste system, regionalism, diversity of political experience, in the lectures to come. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you.